Hello students, let us continue our discussion on exercise 11.2. See question number 10. Find the angle between the following pair of lines. See first part. Now two line equations are given here. Now we need to find the angle between these two lines. If you observe, the lines are given in vector form. Okay. First line is r bar equal to a1 bar plus lambda b1 bar, and second line is r bar equal to a2 bar plus mu b2 bar. So when lines are given in this vector form, how do we find the angle between two lines? We know that when first line is in the form r bar equal to a1 bar plus lambda b1 bar, and second line is in the form r bar equal to a2 bar plus mu b2 bar. What is the angle between the two lines? We know that angle between two lines is same as angle between their parallel vectors. First line is parallel to b1 bar and second line is parallel to b2 bar. So angle between these two lines is given by cos theta. Using dot product we will find the angle between two vectors. Cos theta is equal to b1 bar dot b2 bar divided by magnitude of b1 bar into magnitude of b2 bar. Okay. Using this formula we will find the angle between two lines. Okay. So consider the first part here. Given lines are of the form L1 r bar equal to a1 bar plus lambda b1 bar and L2 r bar equal to a2 bar plus mu b2 bar, where we don't need about a1 bar and a2 bar. Okay. So I will consider only b1 bar and b2 bar, that is used to find the angle between two lines, where b1 bar is 3i plus 2j plus 6k and b2 bar is I plus 2j plus 2k. Okay. So we have b1 bar and b2 bar. Using this formula we can find the angle between two lines. So we know that let theta be the angle between the two lines. So we know that angle between two lines is given by cos theta is equal to b1 bar dot b2 bar divided by magnitude of b1 bar into magnitude of b2 bar. Okay. So we know b1 bar and b2 bar. Substitute here. Cos theta is equal to b1 bar 3i plus 2j plus 6k dot b2 bar is I plus 2j plus 2k divided by the magnitude of these two. What is the magnitude of first vector? b1 bar magnitude is root of 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square into root of 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square. Simplify. So cos theta is equal to, what is the numerator? Dot product. How do we take dot product? Multiply the corresponding components and add. 3 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 6 into 2 divided by root of, how much it is? 36 plus 4, 40 plus 9, 49 into root of 4 plus 4 plus 1, 9. So what is cos theta? We can write numerator is 3 plus 4 plus 12, denominator root 49 is 7 into root 9 is 3. So cos theta is 17 plus 3, 19 by 21. Okay, 12 plus 4 plus 3. So 19 by, this is 16 plus 3, 19 by 21. So cos theta is 19 by 21. We cannot cancel anything and is not a standard value. So how can I write theta here? Send cos to this side, it is cos inverse of 19 by 21. So this is a required angle between the two lines. Understand? So based on which form of lines are given, if they are given in vector form, we are using cos theta is b1 dot b2 by magnitude of b1 into magnitude of b2. Suppose if they are given in Cartesian form, if two lines are given in Cartesian form, how do we take angle between two lines? Using cos theta is equal to a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Okay, so you have to remember that formulas for angle between two lines, and also when the lines are parallel and when the lines are perpendicular. So in theory we discussed about these points. Okay, so similarly you can solve the second part. Vector forms are given. Okay, so whatever be this vector form given, we are interested only in b1 bar and b2 bar. Okay, because angle between the two lines will be same as the angle between these parallel vectors. Understand? Let us see the next question. Question number 12. Find the values of P so that the lines, two lines are given are at right angles. We need the values of P where these two lines are at right angles, means the two lines are perpendicular. Observe that which form of lines are given, they are given in a Cartesian form. So in Cartesian form, what is the condition for two lines to be perpendicular? Already we studied this, since L1 is in the form x minus x1 by a1 is equal to y minus y1 by b1 is equal to z minus z1 by c1, and second line L2 x minus x2 by a2 is equal to y minus y2 by b2 is equal to z minus z2 by c2. If two lines are given in Cartesian form like this, what is the condition we studied? L1 is perpendicular to L2. What is the condition? Two lines are perpendicular, then condition is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 must be 0. Okay, this is a condition we studied for the lines to be perpendicular. And what is the condition for lines to be parallel? dr should be proportional, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. Okay, so since they are asking about lines are at right angles, so condition we have to use is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 should be 0. So by solving this we can find the value of P. But observe the lines here, are they given in this standard form x minus x1 by a1 equal to y minus y1 by b1 equal to z minus z1 by c1? The lines are not directly in the standard form. Okay, so first you have to simplify it and write in this standard form, then only we can take this condition. Okay, so coefficient of x, y, z, they should be 1. Okay, so we have to make coefficient of x, y, z as 1 first by rearranging the given equations. Okay, so let us take the two given lines as L1 and L2. L1 is 1 minus x by 3 is equal to 7y minus 14 divided by 2p is equal to z minus 3 by 2. So directly we cannot take a1, b1, c1 as 3, 2p and 2 because the lines are not in a standard form directly. Okay, so simplify it. First we will take minus common in the numerator here, minus of x minus 1 divided by 3. We have to take 7 common here, y minus 2 divided by 2p, z minus 3 it is same, divided by 2. So we will take minus to denominator because coefficient of x must be 1. Without changing equality, I will write this minus in the denominator. X minus 1 by minus 3 is equal to, now 7 you bring to denominator, so it will be divided in the denominator. Y minus 2 divided by 2p by 7 is equal to z minus 3 by 2. Now it is in a standard form. X minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c form. So what are DRs of first line here? DRs of line L1 or I will take A1, B1, C1. So remember this condition, you have to mention it. Okay, you have to mention in the right hand side what are the lines and what is the condition. So what are DRs of first line here? A1, B1, C1 I will write minus 3, comma 2p by 7, comma 2. Next, consider the second line. Now it is also not in standard form, and let L2 is the second line, 7 minus 7x divided by 3p is equal to y minus 5 by 1 is equal to 6 minus z by 5. So simplify it to standard form. We take minus 7 common here, x minus 1 divided by 3p, y minus 5 by 1 it is no change, take minus common here, z minus 6 by 5. So dividing into denominator, x minus 1 by 3p by minus 7, you can write minus 3p by 7 is equal to y minus 5 by 1 is equal to z minus 6 by minus 5. So again it is in the form x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. Now they are in the standard form. So what are DRs of second line? You can take minus 3p by 7, 1 and minus 5. So here DRs of L2 are, I will take it as A2, B2, C2. Minus 3p by 7, comma 1, comma minus 5. As L1 is perpendicular to L2, as L1 is perpendicular to L2 implies what is the condition we have to write? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 should be 0. So solve this, we will find the value of P. A1 A2 minus 3 into minus 3p by 7 plus B1 B2 2p by 7 into 1 plus C1 C2. C1 C2 is 2 into minus 5 is equal to 0. So what it will be? 9p by 7 plus 2p by 7 minus 10 is equal to 0. So 11p by 7 is equal to 10 I can write. LCM is same, 7. So 11p by 7 is equal to 10. So what it will be? 11p is equal to 70. So p is 70 by 11. The required value of p is 70 by 11. Understand? So Don't take directly a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 as this given values. Now to take that drs as a1, b1, c1, first you have to write the line equations in standard form. Then only we can take denominators as drs. Understand? Next, let us see the next question. Find the shortest distance between the lines. Two lines are given. Now we have to find the shortest distance between these two lines. Okay. So whenever we need the shortest distance between two lines, observe that which type of lines they are. Observe which type of lines they are. Now it depends on this parallel vectors b1 bar and b2 bar. Okay. If these two are parallel, now b1 is parallel to b2 means lines are also parallel. Then we have to use the distance between parallel lines formula. Understand? So how to check that these two vectors are parallel or not? You see, one is scalar multiple of other or not, or their dr should be proportional. So here drs are not proportional. Or one vector we cannot write in terms of scalar multiple of other vector. So these are not parallel lines. So first you have to confirm that are the lines parallel or not parallel. If they are parallel, what is the formula we are using for parallel lines? Distance between parallel lines is a2 minus a1 cross b bar divided by magnitude of b bar. This is the distance between parallel lines. If they are not parallel, okay, if they are not parallel means maybe they are skew lines or intersecting lines. Okay. So in any way directly we don't know that are they skew lines or intersecting lines. Let us find the distance between skew lines using the formula. If they are skew lines, what is the distance formula? D equal to a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2 divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. Take modulus. So this is a formula for distance between skew lines. Using this formula, let us find the distance. If they are intersecting lines, we'll come to know that the distance will be 0. Okay, because if the lines are intersecting, distance between them is shortest distance between them is 0. So if they are skew lines, there will be some distance exist. Okay. So about skew lines, directly by saying we cannot say are they skew lines or intersecting lines, but surely we can say that are they parallel or not just by observing these parallel vectors. Okay. So we are using two formulas, distance between parallel lines and distance between skew lines. So before finding the distance, first you have to make sure that are they parallel or non-parallel. Parallel we use this formula, non-parallel we will use this formula. After solving this, if this d comes out to be 0, they are intersecting lines. If there is some distance exist means they are skew lines. Okay. So this formula we are going to use now because the given lines are not parallel. So compare the lines with the standard form we know. Let us take given lines in the form. L1 is r bar equal to a1 bar plus lambda b1 bar, and L2 r bar equal to a2 bar plus mu b2 bar be two given lines where a1 bar is first vector I plus 2j plus k, a2 bar is 2i minus j minus k. b1 bar is parallel vector to first line I minus j plus k, and b2 bar is parallel vector to second line 2i plus j plus 2k, right? I plus 2j plus k, I minus j plus k, 2i minus j minus k, 2i plus j plus 2k. So these are a1, a2 and b1, b2. Okay. So we know the distance between the skew lines formula. Okay. a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2 divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. So here what vectors we need? We need vector a2 minus a1 and we need the vector b1 cross b2. Okay. So let us find that 2 first. So here a2 bar minus a1 bar is, subtract 2i minus i, it is I, minus j minus 2j minus 3j minus k minus 2k. So we know a2 minus a1. And what is b1 bar cross b2 bar? b1 bar cross b2 bar. Okay. How to take cross product? By using determinant of I, j, k, components of first vector, what is b1, 1 minus 1, 1, b2 bar components 2, 1, 2. Let us expand this, then we will get what is the vector b1 cross b2. So I into, delete first row and column, minus 2 minus 1, minus j into, delete first row and second column, 2 minus 2, plus k into, delete first row and third column, 1 plus 2. So it is minus 3i, this is 0, plus 3k. So this is b1 bar cross b2 bar. Okay. What is the magnitude? Magnitude of b1 cross b2 is root of minus 3 whole square plus 3 square, 9 plus 9. Root 18 means how much it is? 3 root 2 we can write. So we know b1 cross b2 magnitude is 3 root 2 and b1 cross b2 we know and a2 minus a1 we know. Okay. So since these lines are not parallel, okay, so we will find the distance between skew lines. So we know that distance between skew lines is d is equal to a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2 divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. We will take modulus for all this because distance cannot be negative. Understand? So d is equal to a2 minus a1 we know vector I minus 3j minus 2k dot product with b1 cross b2. That vector we find here b1 cross b2 minus 3i plus 3k divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2 we know 3 root 2. Take the dot product. Okay. We will take modulus because distance cannot be negative. So modulus of, how do we take dot product? It is like a bar dot b bar, multiply corresponding components and take a summation. 1 into minus 3, it is minus 3, minus 3 into 0, 0, minus 2 into 3, minus 6, divided by 3 root 2. So d will be minus 3 minus 6, minus 9. Now modulus of minus 9 means it is 9 by 3 root 2. So d is equal to 9 by 3 root 2 means 3 by root 2. So the required distance is 3 by root 2 units. Sometimes we can write root 2 in numerator. Okay, usually you can stop here only 3 by root 2. Now denominator we have root 2. So if I multiply divide root 2, what I can write it? 3 root 2 divided by 2 we can write. Okay, 3 root 2 divided by 2. Just multiplying dividing root 2 to here, we can get 3 root 2 by 2. This is the distance between skew lines. So since we are getting some distance means the lines are skew lines. Suppose you get this value as 0, means the lines are intersecting lines. Understand? Right. So you have to remember formula, distance between skew lines. Now since the equations are given in a vector form, so we are writing a formula in a vector form. Understand? So simple, identify the lines, compare with the standard form, what is a1, a2, b1, b2. So first find a2 minus a1, that is what we require. Then we find b1 cross b2, we know how to take cross product. Then take its magnitude, that is what denominator. So substitute here, take dot product and simplify. Okay. So maybe problem is lengthy, but just we are substituting in this formula. So you have to remember formula and substitute the terms in the formula. Okay. So sometimes they will be asking derivation of skew lines. Formula we have to derive. It will be given for 5 marks. If derivation is not given, maybe for 3 marks type, the numerical will be given. Okay. They will give the lines. You have to find the distance between 2 lines. Understand? Right. Let us see the next question. Find the shortest distance between the lines. Now again 2 lines are given, but here lines are given in a Cartesian form. Now we need the shortest distance between these 2 lines. Now again observe that are the lines are parallel. How to check that lines are parallel or not? See that DRs are proportional or not. A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. Are they equal? They are not equal here. So they are not equal means they are not parallel lines. So lines are not parallel means maybe they are skew lines. Okay. So how to find that they are skew lines or not? We will find the distance between them. If the distance is 0, they are not skew lines. If the distance exists, some distance exists, then we say that lines are skew lines. Okay. So how to find the distance between skew lines using formula? So mention the formula. Lines are given in Cartesian form. X minus x1 by a1 is equal to y minus y1 by b1 is equal to z minus z1 by c1. And second line, x minus x2 by a2 is equal to y minus y2 by b2 is equal to z minus z2 by c2. If the lines are in Cartesian form, then what is the distance between these two? Then the distance between the 2 lines given by determinant of, remember formula, determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Next, components of parallel vector of first line a1, b1, c1. Next, a2, b2, c2. You have to find this determinant, that is the numerator. And what is the denominator? Denominator is the magnitude of vector, okay, magnitude of vector I, j, k components of parallel vector to first line a1, b1, c1, next a2, b2, c2. So this is a formula for distance between the two lines or shortest distance between the two lines when they are given in a Cartesian form. Understand? So to mention this formula first. Now compare with the standard form of lines. See what are x1, x2, y1, y2, z1, z2 and what are a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 and substitute in this formula, evaluate, simplify, we will get the distance between two lines. Understand? So given lines, compare with the standard form. Okay. So given lines are, first line I will take x plus 1 by 7. We have to arrange it in the form x minus x1 by a. So plus 1 I can write as x minus minus 1 divided by 7 is equal to y plus 1 by minus 6. I can write y minus minus 1 by minus 6. Z plus 1 means z minus minus 1 divided by 1. Okay, that is the first line. And second line I will take L2 x minus 3 by 1, y minus 5 by minus 2, z minus 7 by 1. Now comparing these lines with the standard form. Okay, so given lines are of the form x minus x1 by a1 is equal to y minus y1 by b1 is equal to z minus z1 by c1, and the second line x minus x2 by a2 is equal to y minus y2 by b2 is equal to z minus z2 by c2, where what are x1, y1, z1, x1, y1, z1 are for first line minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, correct? x1, y1, z1 is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Next x2, y2, z2 is comparing second line 3, 5, 7. Next a1, b1, c1 drs of first line, drs of first line are 7 minus 6, 1, and drs of second line a2, b2, c2 they are 1 minus 2, 1. Right. So we know all these values x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. So all the values we know. So now we can substitute in this formula. Okay. So before substituting, first I will find this numerator value, then we will find the denominator value, and then substitute in the formula. Understand? So first you will evaluate determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, and then a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. Okay, evaluate this value first. So here, what is determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2 value is equal to determinant of x2 minus x1. What is x2 minus x1? 3 minus minus 1, it will be 3 plus 1. 5 minus minus 1, 5 plus 1. 7 minus minus 1, 7 plus 1. Next a1, b1, c1, 7 minus 6, 1. a2, b2, c2, 1 minus 2, 1. Now we know how to evaluate determinant. It is 4 into minus 6 plus 2 minus 6 into delete first and second column 7 minus 1 plus 8 into delete first and second column minus 14 plus 6. It is 4 into minus 4 minus 6 into 6 plus 8 into minus 8. So minus 16 minus 36 minus 64, all are negative. 64, 36, 100, 116. So it is minus 116. So this is a numerator value. Determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2. Okay. Next, we need magnitude of that vector. Okay. So what is b1 cross b2 here? b1 bar cross b2 bar. It is determinant of I, j, k. Okay. Right here. And determinant of I, j, k, a1, b1, c1 it is 7 minus 6, 1, 1 minus 2, 1. So I into minus 6 plus 2 minus j into 7 minus 1 plus k into minus 14 plus 6. So which is minus 4i minus 6j minus 8k. So this is a denominator vector, but we need its magnitude. Okay, note down all this. We need the magnitude of denominator. So here magnitude of determinant of I, j, k, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 is equal to vector already found. So what will be the magnitude of this? It is root of minus 4 whole square minus 6 whole square minus 8 whole square. So it is root of 16 plus 36 plus 64 is root of 116. Okay. So we know the numerator is minus 116 and denominator is root of 116. So now by using distance formula, distance between skew lines formula, d is equal to, what is the formula? Determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 divided by magnitude of determinant I, j, k, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. So how can I get the distance? Numerator is minus 116 divided by denominator is root 116. As distance cannot be negative, we have to take a modulus. Okay. So what will be distance we can write? 116 by root 116. It is root of 116. Root 116 I can write as 116 is 4 into 29. So 4 into 29 means we can write 2 root 29. Okay. So taking 4 common here, 4 into 29. So 4 comes outside, it will become 2. So required distance is 2 root 29. Understanding? So again, the method of solving may be lengthy. Okay. So what we are doing here, we are remembering the formula. In the formula we are substituting. Okay. This is the formula for distance between skew lines when they are given in Cartesian form. So just we are evaluating the numerator determinant value, denominator magnitude value by comparing with the standard form of two lines, x minus x1 by a1 equal to y minus y1 by b1 equal to z minus z1 by c1, and second line x minus x2 by a2 equal to y minus y2 by b2 equal to z minus z2 by c2. Okay. Compare with standard form and then substitute in the formula. Understand? So this is a method of solving when lines are given in a Cartesian form. Understand? Note down. Let's see the next question. Find the shortest distance between the lines whose vector equations are given lines. So again we need the shortest distance between the two lines. Now observe the lines r bar equal to 1 minus t into I plus t minus 2 into j plus 3 minus 2t into k. Now are these lines in the standard form directly? What is the standard form we know? R bar equal to a bar plus lambda b bar. So do we have line equation in this form? Now directly they are not in this form. Okay. So first you have to simplify the given lines and write it in standard form. Standard form of line mostly will be writing in this form, r bar equal to a bar plus lambda b bar type. Okay. So directly lines are not in this form. So first simplify them into the standard form. So how can we simplify given lines? First line I will take L1, r bar is equal to 1 minus t into I plus t minus 2 into j plus 3 minus 2t into k. Let us separate these terms. Here t is scalar. Okay. Usually we are writing lambda. So here t is the scalar. So multiply I, j, k to each term. So it is I minus t into I, t into j minus 2j, 3 into k minus 2t into k. So now what we do is separate t terms and the remaining terms. See I minus 2j plus 3k. So these are the terms where there is no t. So I minus 2j plus 3k. This is one term. Next minus ti minus plus tj minus 2tk. So it is I minus 2j plus 3k plus t I will take common. Taking t common, minus I plus j minus 2k. Okay. So now it is in the standard form, r bar equal to a bar plus lambda b bar. In place of lambda we have t, where t is a scalar. T belongs to real numbers. Okay. So compare it with r bar equal to a1 bar plus lambda b1 bar, and second line s plus 1 into I plus 2s minus 1 into j minus 2s plus 1 into k. Okay, so separating it, separating I, j, k terms and s terms. See what we get: I minus j minus k plus, taking s common, I plus 2j, s is common, minus 2k. So now it is in the form r bar equal to a2 bar plus mu b2 bar. Okay, so compare given lines with the standard form. So given lines are of the form L1 is r bar equal to a1 bar plus lambda b1 bar, and L2 is r bar equal to a2 bar plus mu b2 bar. So instead of lambda here, I will take k, I will take t here, in place of mu I can write s. See, whatever that constants, okay, maybe it is lambda, mu or t or s, any constant we can consider. Okay, so given lines are of the form where what is a1 bar? a1 bar is I minus 2j plus 3k, and a2 bar is I minus j minus k. Next, b1 bar is parallel vector to first line minus I plus j minus 2k, and b2 bar is parallel vector to second line I plus 2j minus 2k. So we know what is a1, a2, b1, b2. So how to find the distance between two lines? Shortest distance, d is equal to a2 minus a1 cross, dot b1 cross b2 divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. Already we solved one question based on this shortest distance between two lines when they are given in vector form. Okay, so substitute in this formula, simplify, we will get the distance between two lines. Okay, so we know all the notations a1, a2, b1, b2. Evaluate distance by using this formula. Okay, so simplify, we will get the answer. Understand? So these are the problems based on exercise 11.2. Okay, so with this the exercise will be completed. So go through all the remaining problems from the exercise and also the examples given before the exercise. Okay, so in the examination the example problems also will be asked. Okay, so go through those examples also, and any doubts you are having, please post in the group. Okay, thank you.